go day 2. Camp area, or where I am anyway. It's just like tent city here. 6 a.m. Trying to be quiet, not wake anyone up. Just had a shower. SRC Adventure Moto. This guy's into the bash plates, headlight protectors and all those things. Crash bars over there. Look like pretty good products.
So I just wanted to touch now on what we've got here today. Like this is just a summary of what we do. We need a massive truck to bring what we actually offer. So we've just brought sort of what's on the highlights reel. So I just wanted to start with our award-winning helmet. We actually sold out of our first line of helmets, which is quite incredible. It won Helmet of the Year on an ADV Rider, which was a pleasant surprise, but we certainly got caught out of stock. So I'll just talk you through the helmet. There's sort of a bit of a myth, that it's similar to a motocross helmet or a road helmet. It's not. An adventure helmet has a different purpose, and it needs to do a lot more than just something specific. So this particular helmet is basically a 4-in-1 helmet. So this one's our top of the line carbon shell, so it's strong and light. This is the helmet. We know we're well above our benchmark in the drag of the helmet. So we've actually got the white papers around that. So you really notice that, particularly at highway speed, just how efficient and how it moves through the air very, very well. Every helmet in LEAC has its own technology type when it comes to brain injury. Again, our founder's a neurosurgeon. We've got a team of biomedical engineers as well, and we've come up with what's called a 360 turbine. They don't make the helmet cooler, they don't make you go faster, but this is the real deal when it comes to helmet safety. There's 2 accident types when it comes to head injuries. There's a direct impact or there's a rotational force. Both of these are going to make a massive difference, up to 30% in a crash if you didn't have this with your helmet. So,
yep.
I'd like to have the same to avoid all the freeway. I'll tell you, it's very appealing. One of my realize, we'll talk about.
Somebody stick it up, CF Moto 450 MT with a Kajuva sticker on it. New one, same as mine.
Stand here and see how long it takes them to work out. I want to know that.
Fair enough.
I'm not just a female.
Yeah, if you've been in a single,
You're not just a wife that's lingering with a husband.
Yes, who has got a bike because she blew it up.
Oh, did you?
Well, I just
Oh, on the way here. Oh, bugger. What bike you got? Oh, did you have?
CN 650 GS.
390 might be a good one for you. Oh, there's one there.
Larry, what is that, Mark?
But that's why.
Yeah.
So what they're basically done is like, let's keep all the fundamentals, but make it as one shot.
Oh, I thought it was
The rally version.
and just throw it up the back, but...
Yeah, so you've got a Samsung phone. Yeah, so that was us in our previous life. We had two athletes.
Oh yeah, and then that's what I grabbed. Yeah,
We
yeah.
sold it about 7 years ago, and it still comes up with
But I rode one of these for about 8 occasions a day. Then he dropped from me when I was talking on a rider the other day about horse riding. We were talking about motorbikes, and I said,
You alright, mate? All good?
I was going to say about 232.
Like a cartridge style fork. It's not that different unless you go extreme. So I thought the same thing for years myself until I started dyno testing these things and realised that the difference between forks is not that much. So if you go from say a 2.5 weight to a 15 weight, you'll notice a difference. If you're going between 2, 5 and 7.5 weight, it's not that discernible. It's maybe half a kilo difference in force numbers, if any. You know?
Volume, adjusting the volume?
Yeah, volumes. The part where you'll notice that the most is probably bottoming resistance. So changing your oil heights. Obviously, we increase our height. We decrease our resistance. We increase our resistance. Sorry, and that air gap there is just—it's a bit like a little spring. But the problem is that spring is sort of like your last resort before the fork sort of bottoms out and locks up. And that force will ramp up quite quickly the less it is. So it's sort of like a last minute sort of fine touch sort of thing. But it's just struggling with fork performance. The ultimate sort of thing to do is see what's inside it, check your shims and things like that, and revalve it. So if you want to get the most of what you got, revalving is the way to go.
They're about $199. What's the story here, mate? $199 if you buy a chicken, so if you buy a chicken, you can buy just these, and they're $149, and it connects to that. But you can buy.
Can you download your own app onto that?
So it's the same as CarPlay.
Apple.
So Android. Or Android.
Oh, Android.
Yeah. So whatever app.
Extenuating circumstances only, they go through that. The accident, to try and better understand how this guy survived, how this crash happened, because they couldn't piece it together based on the evidence at the scene. And then we left that meeting and them asking, how do we make this mandatory for all riders to be able to ride in? So, yeah, good question. How do we make it mandatory?
Just one question.
Yep.
Now that you've said somebody's had an accident, protecting your chest, do you think Alpine Star in the future transfer these into motorbike pants, that sort of technology? Do you think that would be the future of Alpine Star products?
Yeah, look, there's certainly been, there's one other model in particular which has been, I'd say, closer designed for GP style racing, which is the Tech Air 10. That offers hip protection. So yeah, there's going to be another version of that coming out, in the near future. So yeah, there's definitely products out there that they've done some testing and some work with that do offer different areas of protection. Yeah, absolutely.
Rubbers, they just come out if you're doing off-road, like the launch that we did recently, just rip them out, good grip, and no sort of counted there. Even little things, multiple levers, just things you don't see on a bike at this price point. Span adjustable levers, everyone's got different size hands, all that sort of thing. You can just set it up and away you go. Different position of the bars, so if you're sort of a taller guy like myself, you might roll them forward if you come from an off-road background. And really easy to personalise the bike. Suspension, this is probably one of the biggest ones along with the front wheel on this model. So probably one of the most contentious issues too, like most people know Showa, KYB, WP. It's actually one suspension, Chinese brand. A few of the media at the launch were like, well, what's this about? We've never heard of this stuff. And I said, trust me, they've been around for a while. They're not as known in Western markets, but it's good gear. So much beefier than the sort of standard road setup, which is 43mm, 48mm, which is pretty much what a motocross or a competition enduro bike has. So much beefier, rigid, better support, hold up, don't dive excessively, and they're fully adjustable in the front. But the shock, that bike there has a pretty sort of just generic standard shock design. This has what you'd call closer to a motocross or enduro design, so full piggyback, greater oil volume, and we've had a few guys like let go in the big desert and just said go nuts and see if it fades. And they come back to me and they said no issues at all. So really built well and can handle some of the harsh conditions that we throw at it. Engine, of course. So this it's been an interesting sort of talking point. So CF Moto's origins of the 800 range, they have a technical partnership with KDM. So they actually have a joint venture company. A lot of people get confused between, you own half of KDM, they own half of you. They both separate. They have a joint venture company in the middle, which CF Moto owns 51%, and then they own the balance. And with that, we've got the intellectual property of this 790 engine design. CF Moto didn't just say, thanks for that, we'll just stick it in. They went right through it, re-engineered it, fixed maybe some issues that they might have found with it, and these have been bulletproof. We've got plenty, the dealers can attest to it as well, plenty of examples of 100,000 plus. And then, the media asked me at the launch and they said, how many camshafts is a bit of a buzzword with, I guess, that engine platform. And it hasn't been an issue. I think we've sold one set in 3 years, and a couple of thousand units sold. So, have the confidence. The brand, it does stand up to what we throw at it. And, we go pretty hard here sometimes. So it's proven. Quick shifter, up and down, you can turn it off. Again, switch gear, it's really easy, so depending on if you're new school, old school, you can just ride it like a normal bike. Slip a clutch, all those sorts of things. Really easy to service. And then I guess another thing people ask us a lot of the time, well, okay, yep, this is great, you've got a great bike, great price. What about accessories? Anything you can think of, you can basically get from this bike, from our catalogue, but also the aftermarket has seen.
By the time I was at that first cone, I'm looking at the next cone, I'm on that cone, I'm looking at this cone. So it's always about looking ahead, because if you're looking at your feet or your front wheel, you'll trip over. And yeah, it's all about looking ahead and good body position, correct bike setup, because base off the bike, up through your body, that's the foundation. It's much like a tree. Think of a tree, tree's only as good as the ground it's in, the rider's only be as good as the bike they're on in regards to setup. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell.
Alright guys, we got him out here, and it's a 990, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so. Got him out here, no traction control, just pure skill. Let's see what he can do. Yes, there's someone hanging behind you there, mate. Oh, he's got the tic-tac, look at that. Oh, bit of a funny shot. That's it, hey, control it. He's coming through. That one was 24, we'll restart it. Yeah, now he's getting it. Feel of the bike. Look at the weight he's putting on those pegs, guys. He's pushing down hard to turn that bike. Like I said, you can't do it all. Okay, over the 22. So there you go, he's got a bit better now. Turning it in a bit harder. Get that pressure through the pegs. Here he is. He's brought it back this time. That was nice and smooth. Yeah, oh, well done, little cross up there. He's coming through. And he did a 21 that time. Righty. Round the cones, tic-tac, right-hander, left-hander, and back through here. Best time you can do, mate. Let's go. He's off. Yeah, you got one of the old school guys here, mate. I can't tell you his exact age, but it's very high. He's what, 64? He's been riding enduro on that all his life. He goes out there, he does other rallies and stuff as well, and a lot of long distance riding. Well, he's got it. See, he's lost it now because he's lost it. Yeah. The mix is left up in his rights there. Keep going, mate, that's it. Through and back again. That's okay, you can do another lap if you want. Oh. Here we go, let's get the old donkey going, guy. That's it. Again, no aids or electronics or anything like that. Let's get into it. Don't worry about the ones you pass, guys. Worry about the ones in front of you. Come on, get that going. There you go. See, he's got the young legs, mate. He can push through the peak. Get a little bit of a oh, he's done it 22. Yeah, cool. That was a nice one, too. There you go. He's getting it down to second at a time, so another 10 laps and he might be there around the time at the moment. You want to have a chat about some technique? Yeah, so Jack is for a bit of a dismount, so I'll take some credit for it. But prior to that, Jack was on our side. You can really see, guys, when you're doing this sort of stuff in this riding, any sort of bike, you've really got to weight the pegs, you've really got to move around on it. We'll do that next shot. Go around and stand all the hats up.
Calling
Look where you want to go.
They're off. Let us go have a go. Oh, look at him, he's got the side slide on.
This will be
Come
fun.
on, hang out the side of that thing. It's a two-wheel drive, you can get it to drift, you know. You'll get it your cane, hang out that. Hey, look. Well done, guys, well done. There you go, they're off.
That's some of the accommodation we stay at. There's glamping some places hotels.
Where did he leave you?
So that's an amazing landscape which we ride through as usual. My daughter was in the road. But in terms of any places that we travel, we do our tours in, the roads are obviously a mixture of everything in Himalayas, but other parts of India has a lot more different aspects to it. So the roads are quite amazing. In this part of Himalayas, we ride to the world's highest notable pass. One of the tours takes to the world's highest notable pass, and that's at 19,000 feet across the so that's something that we include in our motorcycle tours. Culture and connection, obviously you meet the locals, you speak with them, you understand their culture. We visit monasteries as well, so which is quite soothing, and as soon as you go inside, you feel calm and very, you get a good vibe out of it. You know, if you go to Rajasthan, which is the best part of India, there's a lot of history to it. A lot of palaces, you know, there's there, a lot of folk tales in there as well, so you get to enjoy all those experiences there. And